My body is not the baby's body. Let me repeat that. My body is not my baby's body. Hey everyone, I'm Kristen Hawkins and welcome to How to Win This Week. I am completely sick and tired of hearing that pro-abortion 1970s mantra, my body, my choice, when clearly the abortion industry and those on the left don't actually subscribe to that belief when it comes to anything other than abortion. When COVID hit and we started hearing, 15 days to stop the spread. Sorry, President Trump and Vice President Pence, that didn't work. We heard from Dr. Fauci that we have to mask up, and people said, it's a good idea to mask up. You have, you should really try to think about your fellow Americans. And I didn't have any problem putting on a mask. But now, that morphed into a saying you have to wear a mask. There was just a woman and her child forcibly taken from American Airlines plane because her child was having an asthma attack. Her baby, her toddler that she was holding in her arms was having an asthma attack and couldn't wear a mask. And yet they had to call the police on this woman. This is how insane these mandates have been. Now we have President Biden, who originally in December of this year said, we'll never get to a point, and I don't believe in forcing people to take a vaccine, has now mandated that anybody serving our military, willing to risk their lives for our freedoms in America, anyone working in the government, anyone working in a hospital that gets taxpayer funding, which is like all of them through Medicaid or Medicare, have to be vaccinated. Where the hell is my body, my choice now? Just asking. A couple of things that, when you're having this discussion, when you hear this stupid mantra, you shout it at you, there's a couple of things that you can use for your discussion with that person who sadly is using an outdated mantra. First, my body is not my baby's body. Her body is not her baby's body. This is not even disputed amongst scientists that when a woman is pregnant, when a mother is pregnant, by the way, only one person type of human being can get pregnant, and that's a woman. A woman, when she is pregnant, she's carrying another human body inside of her. Now, you may make the argument, Mr. Abortion advocate, that because that body is inside of her body, she can exert her influence and do what she wants to the other body, basically be a bully. You can make that argument, but you cannot make the argument that it's her body, her choice, because it's not her body. There's another human being residing within her, and this is undisputed scientific fact. Just think about the surgeries that are done for children before birth, when children are still in utero, surgeries to correct things like spina bifida. They're not operating on her body. They're operating on her child's body, that other human being living within her. The second point you can bring up when you hear someone make this fatally flawed comment is, what about people who don't want to wear a mask? Or what about Americans who are afraid to be vaccinated against COVID because of things that haven't been studied yet, the side effects that we don't know about? Do you think people should be forced to put a mask on if they want to go to, a bar or a restaurant, to get on an airplane, to go to school? Do you think fellow Americans should be forced to put something into their bodies that they're unsure of how their body is going to react to it? Because if you think someone has to have to take a vaccine, if you think somebody should be forced to wear a mask, then you don't believe in your body, your choice, or her body, her choice. All you believe in is abortion. All right. One last point I'd like to make is when you hear this, her body, her choice, your body, your choice argument, is if it's my money, shouldn't it be my choice? Simple question. Because now the abortion lobby, not only do they say her body, her choice, your body, your choice, they're also saying, my body, your money, because now the official line of the Democratic Party, in their actual platform of the Democratic Party, it's calling for the reversal of the Hyde Amendment, which prohibits taxpayer funds from funding and subsidizing abortions whenever and wherever. In just a few days, Congress is going to be voting to do that. President Biden, despite the fact that for years, we have it in written letters that he wrote to his own constituents. As senator, he supported the Hyde Amendment and said, yes, you're right. Taxpayers who oppose abortion should never be forced to fund it. Now it's nope, my body, your money. But it really should be my money, my choice, right? This is just absurd. Do not let the abortion left silence you when they shout this at you, especially if you're a young man and you hear a woman shouting this at you and she's wearing a mask. Or I've been at a couple of different counter protests in the past year in the midst of all this COVID stuff. And it's always shouted at me. If you're so pro-life, why aren't you vaccinated? Why don't all you wear masks? And it's funny because I'm the one always wearing a mask and I am vaccinated. They don't know that, but they just assume that every single pro-lifer. But it's funny because, we've talked about this before on this Explicitly Pro-Life podcast, how people who aren't pro-life, who are actually for the ending of human beings violently and gruesomely, then feel like they can lecture you on what the definition of pro-life is. But next time someone starts shouting that at you or tries to stop you from talking about abortion or standing up against the injustice of abortion, because maybe you're a man and she's a woman, remember some of these points and hopefully they come in handy. Bye.